So hopefully now, y'all, we can get past the redundant work and get into some of the fun stuff, like making this thing look cool. As you can see, it's been rattle canned. I think the guy used satin black on it. The truck was originally a white truck. I'll throw a picture. I think the guy sent me a picture of what it originally looked like before he painted it. Originally it was a white truck. But needless to say, we're gonna go back with a rattle can job. I'll throw a clip up of my 88 that I had a couple years ago. We did a faux patina paint job on it, and I believe we're gonna head that direction with this thing. But first thing on the list today is I'm gonna put some fresh gas in it. We're gonna take it down the road and make sure everything shifts correctly and doesn't overheat and we don't have any issues there before we start making this thing look a little better. Then I'm gonna come back and tackle painting those back wheels. I have the bullet holes to match the front, but I robbed the tires off of those to put on the Fury, so I'm gonna have to go pick me up 2 new tires for the back of it. And then I just went ahead and gave it a quick bath. We're supposed to get some rain moving in here for like the rest of the weekend. Supposed to rain like 2 inches here tomorrow, so I know it's pretty much pointless of washing it, but I went ahead and just hit it with a quick Brillo pad, SLS pad, scrubbed it down, and you can see it took some of that sheen off the paint, and it took some of the paint off, so that paint's not on there very thick, which doesn't really matter to me. It'll just help add to the look of it. I went ahead and cleaned the wheels up. I ain't gonna have time to paint it today paint those wheels today before the rain moves in, but okay, so one of the things I'm gonna be doing first off to make this thing look a little cooler is to lower the back end of it. If you know, all these Dodges sit up kind of high in the back end. It looks like a 4-wheel drive, but it ain't. So hopefully this kit that we got right here will at least level it out. We picked this up from AutoZone. It's just a shackle kit. Claims to give it up to 2 inches of drop. Looks to be nice quality. Got urethane bushings in them. I know there's kits on Amazon that you can get for like 100 bucks something, but these are like 55 bucks tax and all out the door. On the box they used to only claim they fit Chevrolets, but now they included Dodges on there. 94 to 01, 1500 pickup. But basically, all these shackles are the same. The kit that you get on Amazon, I think, comes with a shackle mount that lowers the mounting point of the shackle, but pretty much all you're going to be doing is replacing this shackle right here with this taller one, which will let the spring sit up higher inside the frame. And I went ahead and sucked those in some PB Blast a couple of days ago, so they should be pretty easy to get off. Like I said, hopefully this at least levels it out with the front. If not, I'll do it the old school way. If I got to take a leaf out, I'll take a leaf out. It's not like we haul much on this truck anyways. It's going to be a pretty straightforward job. I'll probably just time lapse this. You got a nut and bolt on the bottom, a nut and bolt on the top. Of course, you want to support your vehicle on jack stands. Got this set up on jack stands are set up on the frame. Also have a jack underneath the rear end. You're gonna have to control the rate at which that rear end comes down. You don't want it just flying out from right there. This spring will be under pressure. So let's get busy, knock these wheels off. I'll get in here and see if I can't get this thing down on the ground a little bit. Okay, after about 2 hours of beating and banging, I finally got that passenger side off. These things have never been taken off before, so they're pretty seized up in there. As you can see, that's the difference between the factory one and the lowering shackle. So that's where you 1 to 2 inches of drop comes into play at. But yeah, if you've never done this before, especially on an older truck, those 2 things right there are going to be your friend. Some kind of lubricant penetrating oil and a torch. and then a mini sledgehammer. And it's gonna be some beating and banging, cussing and fussing, but just keep heating it, quenching it down with the lubricant oil. Just try not to catch anything on fire. I know PB Blaster's flammable, but heat it up, quench it down with the cutting oil, hammer on it, repeat the process. Of course, I'm going to go get new bolts because I mushroomed the threads out on them. So, but if you're this far into a job, might as well put new bolts on it anyways. I mean, that's just good safety. So I'm gonna take a lunch break, go in the house, get something to eat, cool off for a second, come out here and do the the driver's side. Then I'll have to run to the hardware store and get some new bolts. Hopefully we can bolt this thing back up tonight. So right now I'm just waiting on the old lady to bring me some bolts. She's gonna stop by the hardware store and pick up some nuts and bolts for me on the way home. So while I'm waiting, I just went ahead and shot a little Rust-Oleum on this frame. I didn't go crazy, I didn't do the whole thing because I'm gonna scrub the rest of it down, but I just kind of hit it light coat in this little area where I was working at. Hit the brake drums. Went ahead and shot a coat on these white wheels, so all the wheels be black, at least they'll match on it. So right now I'm just waiting. Okay, y'all, well, I got a quick break in the rain. Had to cut this video short the other day because I got caught in the middle of a rainstorm trying to do this, but I went ahead and knocked it out. I just had to put the camera equipment up. That's what it looks like with the 2-inch shackles on the rear. And it gave it right at about 1 7/8 inches, just shy of 2 inches drop on the rear, which almost leveled the truck out. I'll give you a look at what it looks like underneath of it real quick. Here's a look at the underside of it, what it looks like. It's pretty straightforward, y'all. Just 2 bolts, one on top, one on bottom. The hard part is getting the old shackle out, and that's where it's going to come down to how much determination you got. Who's going to give up first? Is it going to be you or the rusty old bolt? And in this case, it took about 2 hours of beating and banging, torching it, beating, banging, and torching, beating and banging. But I finally got on to break free, and after that, you're home free. The reinstallation is straightforward. Just drop it in. I put new grade 8 hardware on there, just cheap insurance. And like I said, it gave it about 1 7/8 inches, just shy of 2-inch drop. Like, I also went and touched up the frame a little bit with some paint, just to make it look a little better, protect everything. Pretty simple. I think I might end up taking a leaf out of it, maybe, I'm not sure. Might take the overload leaf out just to get it down a little lower in the back, because I don't know which way I'm gonna go for the front. Probably just do van lower control arms because it gets it down about where I want it in the front. And I don't mind if it's got a little rake to it, if it's got a little nose down rake to it. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for this video, y'all. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, comment. Join us for the next one where we're gonna continue to make this thing look a little cooler than it does, other than a primer down work truck. Thinking about doing a rear bumper delete on it, and then we'll get started on the paint job. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay tuned, we'll see you in the next one.